Hi, my name is Amber. Um, I guess this is the start of my video diary. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, found out that my dad had cancer. I knew straight away. He had a mass come up on the side of his neck. His neck and his face had swollen out to like double size, and I was like, "That's not good." Like, you see, I naturally got chubby hands, got a chubby face, but we're not fat people. We just got like chubby hands, and so it was like I thought it's just a gland. Don't stress, don't worry, it's just a gland. Um, and then he started being sick and like sleeping almost all of the day and night. Um, Virtually stopped eating as well. But finally, I convinced him to go to the hospital. Um, they had a biopsy. It was ear, nose, and throat that he had to go and see it first because of where it was. He had a biopsy done, and we went back to the hospital. And I knew, I just, I just knew before we even got there. I can't explain it. And when we was there, he went to go into the room, and I'm standing back a little bit, and he's in the room further away, behind the door, but it's got a window in it. And instantly, I see a Macmillan nurse step out of the way for another nurse. And instantly I turned around and said to my other half, "It's cancer, he's got cancer. There's a Macmillan nurse in there." But he come bursting out the door saying, "It's not cancer." But I knew, because of what I saw, and I'm a logical person, I see patterns and stuff, and I knew. Anyway, he said it wasn't cancer, it was a blood disorder. And I think after he heard it wasn't cancer, his brain switched off and he didn't listen. What I believe they were trying to tell him was the mass is not cancerous, it's your lymphatics, but it's a blood disorder. Then he had to go back. He had some more bloods done after that, and he had to go back to the hospital. And me and my husband, we'd got there and we did our new normal thing: get there a bit early, order a Costa coffee, have a coffee before we go. And a specialist phoned him from a different hospital, a further away hospital, and he put it on loudspeaker because I said, I feel like you're shutting me out. He wouldn't take any advice from me at all. Wouldn't listen to me. I mean, he's a military man. He was in Northern Ireland in the 70s and 80s. He originated a paratrooper, but so he's a very, very strong man, a big man, 6 foot, solid built, not fat, solid. He was a solid, good 18 stone. I'm seeing this man wither away right before my eyes. My hero, the only man that ever loved me in my life and treated me like a human being and like the child that I was, and gave me love in the way that that child needed, unlike anybody else. My mother was terrible for that, but anyway, um, he had the phone call. We put it on loudspeaker, and the specialist. I'd already done some research. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I'd gone home with my other half, and he had told us that they said it wasn't cancer, it was a blood disorder, and he had to have radiation. So I've obviously done some research and had a look, and I found. Hold on, let me just grab a tissue. Hold on. Sorry. Um, Oh, I cry straight off the gate. I didn't expect that. I'm kind of lost now. I really am. Yeah, because he told us that the lump wasn't cancerous, but he had a blood disorder. So I'd gone home and I'd done some research, like you do, like everyone does on Google, and typing away, thinking, and it came up with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I knew, because my dad had kept getting unwell. I mean, he's 70 years old now, so, but I mean, cancer, it does not discriminate. I knew a girl, she was only 5 years old. She had leukemia. She beat it. She's got a brilliant life now, but it doesn't discriminate at all. And it comes at the worst times, right before Christmas. Um, but anyway, I'd done some research and I already knew Hodgkin's lymphoma. I said to my other up, I said, it's Hodgkin's lymphoma. I can feel it in my gut. I know it is. It's Hodgkin's lymphoma. But I can't tell him because he will not listen. So I just leave it at that. And as I say, the specialist had phoned. And the first thing the specialist said, have you heard of the word Hodgkin's lymphoma? And he said, well, that's cancer. I'd already said it, of course. And he told me to shut the F up. Um, it was not cancer, it was a blood disorder. And he was basically told over the phone by a specialist that he had to have a PET scan. He had to go to his hospital quite far away. And he was like, I'm not going. And I was, why? Why will he not go? And he's got PTSD from the military combat, and it rules his life. It really does rule his life. So I'm just trying to be a family member to be there for him. And at the moment, he's really not doing well. But he said no, he doesn't want it. So he agreed to some more blood tests, and they got him to agree to have a CT scan instead. And he cancelled the appointment, I think, because it was right before Christmas. So I got to wait all the way through Christmas and all the way to the new year where everyone's celebrating, which is great because there's many families I know that obviously have had this through Christmas, but it doesn't feel like Christmas to me. It really doesn't. It's another day. My daughter, she's with her dad. I mean, because my that doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about my children. And you know, I've been and done all sorts of shopping, and I don't know. I mean, I check on him every day, and he just says, I feel, I feel shit, but he's not on any pain meds. He's not on any meds at the moment. They haven't straight away given him pain meds. So he's sort of suffering in silence. So in the new year, we're gonna move there and rent this place out and take over his place and take over the business and all of that stuff. So, but I don't even know what to expect. I've been doing research, And obviously, a lot of people that may see this will probably know about the fluids and stuff. I didn't know that you've got to be extra careful. If they soil the bed or they're sick on the bed, you've got to strip it, double bag it out. You can't touch it, you know. Sorry, my nose is just not quite runny, but just a bit drippy. It doesn't matter, does it? At the end of the day, it's the least of my worries. This is me. This is me. So, so yeah. I guess we'll wait until after Christmas till everyone's had their parties, and I'm trying not to feel bitter because this happens to it happens to so many people, and I'm sort of in the mindset that, you know, he'll have he'll have treatment and he'll be okay. But this man is the most stubbornest man you've ever met in your life. He he just won't have it. He tells me to. It doesn't matter what he tells me. He tells me a lot of things. He calls me a lot of things, but it's just how ironic things go. I never thought it would be my dad first. I always thought it'd be my mum, unfortunately, because my mum's a drinker. She's always been a drinker. That's her generation, like she says. So, you know, but my dad never drank. That's another thing that they said. They said that, like through the blood works, that his liver was starved of water. So I'm thinking that it's not just in the lymphatic system here, it's probably in the groin area, across the stomach. I mean, he needs to have the CT scan to even know how bad the cancer is, whether it's just that on the neck. I mean, when I say his entire face here and his neck, and he said his jaw's beginning to ache. So it's clearly everywhere. You know, like you can see, like I'm quite chubby in the face, but I'm not fat. I've always had a chubby face. You know, and so is my dad. It's just the shape of our faces. But so he will not. He refuses flat out. He said there's not a chance for him to go to this hospital further away to have the PET scan, but he will have a CT scan. So that's positive, I guess. I just have to go by that for the moment. Sorry, I'm just stressed. And this definitely helps. That's all he's interested in as well, is medical cannabis, which is amazing because we do have it in this country, which I didn't know up until a few years ago. There's a couple of places. So if anybody is out there that is suffering through the chemotherapy, don't think, oh, it's a drug and not to. It helps. It really does. It's the only thing that keeps me sane. It, it really is. So there is medical ways of doing it, which is brilliant. You know, this country's coming a long way. So that's it. That's video, I suppose, number one. That's everything, as the new year comes. I guess I will find out more. And you know, I've never done this, but I think I want to diary this and have it somewhere, So I don't think I'm going to do a channel to earn money. But I would like to speak to people that have been through it, are going through it, that family members of people that are going through it. If there's any advice, I really am open to everything and everyone. This is a whole new, thing for me, and I don't even know. So if you've made it to the end, I really do appreciate you being here. And if you would like to hit the like, I suppose hit the like. If you don't, if I've bored you, just crack right on. Please don't leave stupid comments because I will just delete them and you won't get a reaction. I'm not someone that you're gonna, people's words don't affect me. I know what I've got, I know how I live, I know that everything's good for me, so if what are you gonna say? Oh, you got fat face. So what? Yeah. At least I'm showing my face. Anyways, I'll keep you updated on anything. Um, if anybody is even interested, that's why I'm putting this video out, just to see if there is anyone out there that would help her go out.